to this episode and breaking news from Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde. I am joined alongside my co-host, London Beth. We're decked out in Bears gear because you probably know why. Because today's breaking news, Justin Fields has officially signed his rookie contract worth $18 million with an $11 million signing bonus. London is literally a wizard. He said this yesterday on our OTAs wrap-up, but more to come on that. From a smiling Darnell Mooney to $18 million richer, Justin Fields is locked in. But before we begin, a word from our sponsor, Higher Level Camps.
27 years and counting. HLC is the longest running boys and girls AAU basketball program in the state of Wisconsin. HLC was established in 1995 by their founder and retired WNBA player, Cheryl Moore. For more information, visit higherlevelcamps.com and say Just Another Year Chicago sent you.
And we love Cheryl, though she's a Packers fan, and Bears fans and Justin Fields, major bag alert, because he has officially signed his rookie contract. All of Chicago exhales. No Roquan Smith situation in regards to holding out. Thank goodness. Quick breakdown of the contract. Justin Fields officially signed it today, this morning. Not fully guaranteed, but a 4-year, $18 million contract. It's 18, to be exact, $18,871,952. $11,085,056 of it is a signing bonus. Sip on your tea, London, because you are literally the smartest man in the room right now. What are your thoughts on this contract?
Nick, you said it right there. All of Chicago. I woke up this morning. Every morning that Justin Fields wasn't signed, I was a little nervous. I put my Bears shirt on. I walked into work. I was like, man, I was sipping some coffee. I'm like, man, it feels like it's going to be a good day today. Turned out to be a great day. Breaking news, Justin Fields signs his 4-year contract with the Chicago Bears. I mean, this is exactly what we were looking for. I know I was freaking out in our group chat and I was saying, hey, find us the clip from yesterday. Everybody who's watching, go look at yesterday's video about our last day OTAs. I predicted $18 million in the ballpark, and I literally said $18 million would be what it was. Yes, I was $871,000 off, but man, was that awesome. I mean, just the breakdown of the money, exactly what he was looking for. That's kind of the range. If you're a quarterback getting drafted around that kind of 10 or 11, 10 through 15 spot, the money you should be receiving. I'm sure he's very happy. He just became a very rich man. So he can afford the penthouses in Chicago and stuff. And for Chicago fans, we can exhale now. Roquan Smith was the last big first-round pick that kind of had a holdout. There was a little drama. I know we brought that up yesterday. That's not happening. Justin Fields is locked in. He dominated in OTAs, which I know we're going to get into a tad bit here in a second. I'm excited. I'm going to drink so much coffee today. I'm going to lose my mind.
And it's going to be mixed with a little bit of bourbon in there, a little bit of Bailey's by the end of today. London is on cloud 9. I think the rest of Chicago is as well. And again, this kind of shows the direction how committed the Bears are to this guy. And just to compare, Justin Fields, this does not include his endorsement money. This does not include any other sort of bonus that we know about, whether that be a couple thousand passing yards, certain amount of touchdowns, certain amount of interceptions, the ratio. So Justin Fields is a very, very wealthy young 20-year-old right now. So that leaves one rookie left on the Chicago Bears roster, Teven Jenkins, and he's the only unsigned guy. Again, no need to worry about it considering the fact that Fields is having very little cap hit, considering most of it's a signing bonus. So that is huge for the Chicago Bears. Can the Bears still get Morgan Moses as well? Who knows? Ryan Pace is just King Pace, man. I'm telling you, he is literally just going, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And guess what? It's going to work because I am Ryan Pace. Everyone that was hating on Ryan Pace before the season began, and London and I were still looking at the positives of him. I just want to hear what you got to say now. That's all we want to hear is that just everyone, there is a plan. Trust the process. Let's jump into what's being talked about Justin Fields, though. He is just being compared to past Bears quarterbacks. And, I know that's not saying much, but he is being compared to not only the better ones, the Jay Cutlers of the world, Kyle Orton, I think, was better than Rex Grossman. That's another hot take for a different day. But his wide receivers are like, oh my gosh, this guy is literally the person I've been looking for. And coming from Darnell Mooney, Chicago Bears Twitter's favorite, the very first pass he threw to me, I was smiling mid-route. And you look at him when he's talking in press conferences, and you look at everyone else when they're talking in press conferences, they are so happy with Justin Fields. And Matt Nagy did make a comparison yesterday of Justin Fields to Patrick Mahomes in regards to the Alex Smith, Andy Dalton situation. It's all falling apart. We said it here first, but London, just kind of hit on exactly a few things that you've heard.
Yeah, so the biggest stuff that I've heard, and I know we've been preaching, Nick, on this podcast constantly, week after week, every time we talk about Justin Fields, is the way that his teammates, his coaches are talking about him, which is different than, like you said, any other rookie quarterback that the Chicago Bears have ever had, any quarterback in general, and then comparing it to how great rookie quarterbacks like we did, Joe Burrow and Justin Fields, were talked about their rookie year. So let me just hit on this. Did we ever see players, and I want to ask, our viewers, did we ever see players or coaches talking about Trubisky like this in the way that he passes the ball? Now, again, I'm not putting any shade or any kind of, down, just miscomments or anything like that towards Trubisky's career as a Chicago Bear. But the one thing is, they talked about his work ethic, they talked about his attitude and his leadership. They never, ever, ever spoke a single thing about his actual gameplay.
I was hoping you were getting to that.
Exactly.
I was hoping you were getting to that.
The way he passes the ball, the way he plays on the field, they never talked about that. Everybody just talked about he's a great leader, he's a great guy, blah, 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 blah. That translated into the career that Trubisky had as a Chicago Bear. He was a great leader, honestly, probably a glorified backup to what he is now for the Buffalo Bills. It is such a different tune with Justin Fields. It is, if you literally, I encourage every viewer, like we did, go back and look at what they said about quarterbacks like Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow. Go back even farther to the Russell Wilsons, the Patrick Mahomes, the Deshaun Watsons of the world. And you can even go back farther to the Tom Brady's and everybody else. Compare what these players are saying about their quarterback, and it will line up directly with his success. I think it wasn't Matt Nagy. Andy Reid said a couple years back when they first drafted Patrick Mahomes, he said, it's not the coaches that know when a quarterback is ready. It's his fellow players know when he's ready. And Tyreek Hill came out and said when he first met Patrick Mahomes, he thought he wasn't all that and, anything. A year later, he just saw him at practice, saw the ball come off his hand, caught a touchdown pass, and was like, this guy is for real now. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what we're hearing. Darnell Mooney, I've ran the kind of route that Darnell Mooney ran when he caught that pass. And mid-smiling while he's doing that shows to you just the difference in quarterback from what we've had, what Darnell Mooney has had, to what they have now. And every Chicago Bears fan should be extremely excited. And honestly, I know I wrote this down in our little comments, and I will go to the grave saying this now. It's over. The NFC North might as well call it a year. We're taking the number one spot. Aaron Rodgers is out. I don't care about the Vikings. The Lions, well, they're the Detroit Lions, and the Packers are going to stink without Aaron Rodgers. It's over. Lions. It's over. It's over.
We knew it was over for the Lions. We knew it was over for the Vikings, but we know it's over for the Packers now. There is literally such a microscopic chance of Aaron Rodgers actually walking back into Lambeau Field in the ugly green and gold. This is the Bears' year for the NFC North. This is officially it. And Andy Dalton is still QB1. But the fact of the energy and the confidence that players have in the future, players are going to want to come play here. Coaches are going to want to come coach here. Fans are going to want to go to Soldier Field, or if they end up moving into Arlington Heights, which that's a completely different episode for later, the pros and cons of that. But man, this is a franchise-changing moment that it is official. 4 years with Justin Fields is locked in, and many more to come, because quarterbacks are lasting 20 years now. And the Packers, and one thing I want to say is that the Packers fans, I hate when ESPN and I hate when all these other major channels are like, oh, I feel so sorry for Packers fans. They're going through what Brett Favre went through, a couple years ago. And I'm like, are you serious? They just had 3 decades of Hall of Fame quarterback play, and you only walked out with 2 Super Bowls? That's not our problem. That's not our problem. And yes, you can say that the Packers always beat the Bears in the playoffs. Yes, the Packers have had a better record the last 2 decades. It's over, baby. The Bears are back. And London and I have not said that for a very long time. London hasn't officially said it, but I'm saying it now. The Bears are back. And that's where I'm leaving this podcast at. London's speechless.
I'm speechless. Nick, and I agree with you. And I think I'll say this once, I'll say this 1,000 times. Bears fans, everybody in our comments, everybody on these podcasts and all this kind of stuff, our great viewership that we absolutely love out there, go take your time. Go read a few comments of rookie quarterbacks, and you should be smiling ear to ear at what players like Darnell Mooney, David Montgomery, so on and so forth are saying about their quarterback, because I'll say it. The Bears are back, baby.
The Bears are back, baby. They're back. They're back. It's official. The Bears are back. I don't care what anyone says. I am ready for Packers fans to come into the comments red hot. The Bears are not back. We're going to be just fine. Go look at Jordan Love's OTA play and tell me how you guys are really feeling after that comment. But with that, breaking news, we're locked. The Bears are back, and that's where we're staying it off. But with that, thank you for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde, joined alongside my co-host, London Beth. Go drink your bourbon. Go drink your coffee. I don't care. It's Thirsty Thursday. Enjoy your night, and we'll see you guys next time.